Hello, welcome to News Points on Memories TV. My name is Ofonisa Basibasi. The State Fire Service has evolved over the years, from being dormant to being very active. The reason for these changes is what the Public Relations Officer, Akwa State Fire Service, Mr. Emmanuel Michael, will let us know. And please don't go away, we'll be back after the short break.
TV Show, your social diary with loads of colorful events for your delight. We bring you step-by-step account of ceremonies, gigs, and social functions in and out of season. Memories TV Show, educating, entertaining, and mind-blowing. Watch on demand 247 at www.memoriestv.com.ng. For advert placement or participation, call 080-3307-9639 or 080-6342-1183.
Thank you so much. Now we are back, and don't forget we are still with Mr. Emmanuel Udofia, the Public Relations Officer at Akwa State Fire Service. It's good to have you again on the show, sir.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. The last time you were here with me in the studio, we were talking about fighting fire. But today you're here to talk about the evolution of fire service in the state. So, what is this all about, sir?
Thank you. It's been awesome in the state as far as fire service is concerned. You know, last time I was here, I represented the fire service department. But today, I'm representing fire service as a ministry. You know, before, though fire service was still under Ministry of Works.
Okay.
But we were hidden under the armpits of Works. But today, like we have a new commissioner in the state, it's Ministry of Fire, Works, and Fire Service. So automatically, fire service is a known and it's a very obvious ministry of its own. So to me, that's a major revolution in the system.
That's beautiful. But as a ministry, what does fire service do apart from fighting fire?
Fire service responsibility is predominantly to save lives and property. So that has not shifted. I will never shift. But now, you know, the era has changed such that we don't just want to be training our men to fight fires. Okay. We also have embarked on what we call fire prevention programs. How has that come to be? We carry out massive road shows. We do orientation program to people. Most times we go to schools to tell students, pupils, on what and what not to do. We get to offices and do the same thing. So that has helped fire service job not just to be limited to fighting fire. So we now give out the knowledge to people to help them also be responsible as far as fire is concerned.
That's beautiful. Now, in most countries, or in some countries, fire service is an NGO. Do you think it is right for government to incorporate fire service into government sector?
In Nigeria, things are done differently. Yes, I still believe that we would also need to borrow some leaf from what's happening elsewhere. You know, we come to see fire service being incorporated in government. And you know, government sometimes, the bureaucracies of government is more or less political to some extent. Mm-hmm. And then that seems to also affect the growth and proactiveness of fire service. The day you need some particular thing to happen to you, when you're a government, you may not have it that same day. So that same mentality has affected the growth of fire service such that we may lack equipment, we may cry over it, over years, over months, it will not come. They'll tell you, calm down, it will come. So that calm down is like the system that is, you know, influencing the government. So like you said, in most countries, it's like an NGO. We would wish that such could happen to us. But as far as we are still incorporated under government, which we don't know when fire service in Nigeria could be detached, we still want government to be proactive as far as any issues that concern fire service concerned, because we are meant to save lives and property.
Now, talking about saving lives and property, now that you are incorporated into government and, you know, the government system is bureaucratic in nature, how will you be able to reconcile that? Because fire service is a sector that needs spontaneous response whenever you're called upon. So now, how will you be able to manage that?
Manage that? I think you should say, how are you struggling? How are you struggling to come out of that?
That's okay,
because
fine.
It's a struggling in quotes.
That's the thing.
We've struggled over the years. We are still struggling, but I think the time has come for things to get better. Yeah, because you know, when the new commissioner came, it's an academics. a doyen per excellence. So, in fact, a day after his resumption to office, he paid us unscheduled visits.
Wow.
And that was massive. So when he came, he said, listen, he said, I'm not a politician, I'm here to act and to work. So we are beginning to see some green lights, you know. So I think that could be better. It would serve us a better identity than what we've known over the years.
At least there is hope.
Yes, hope.
There is hope. All right, now, presently there is federal fire service in the state. Did we have that before? It's just new.
Federal fire service just came a couple of years ago. I think about 2-3 years ago.
Okay, so
and that's just to partner with us, partner in the sense that fire service in Nigeria is fire service everywhere in the world.
Okay.
Fire is the same.
Okay.
Fire burn things and destroy things. So what happened in America is what happened in Nigeria. So being that they have known that Akwa said is growing, it's becoming industrial hub. So federal government had to send them. They are based at the federal secretariat. So their job with us is just in partnership. We synergize together.
Okay, that's
yeah.
what
So
I was about to ask.
that's to help the work get better. I remember because recently there was a time our equipment was grounded. And most of the fire that calls that came in, we dialed them and they were able to respond. So there's that partnership, growing.
We're talking about government. What will be your appeal to them?
We've been appealing. I remember last time we came here, and I give kudos to Memories TV. I'm happy at what you people are doing. Last time we came here, we made an appeal. So we are still making today. So the appeal is, government, we are here to save life and property. We are ready. We are willing to do our job. Please help us. We have been advocating on so many things, so many lapses, and we pray that God puts a grace in one's heart to get those things done for us.
Okay, all right. Now, let's talk about Akwa Ibom State Fire Service and lack of water. This is one problem that is peculiar to Akwa Ibom State Fire Service. Whenever the fire service in Akwa Ibom State is called upon.
Okay, thank you so much. You were saying peculiar. It's not peculiar to fire service alone in Akwa Ibom. It's across Nigeria. In fact, fire service Akwa Ibom is better. Some time ago, a couple of weeks ago, there was fire outbreak in Enugu. There was nothing there. At least when we have functional equipment, sometimes it could be lack. But there was no equipment, there was no water. Water to fire service like petrol in your vehicle. Okay, so now, why do we have a more or less lapse? Because we do not have a functional borehole. So we are appealing to government. See, if you want us to have equipment, water to do our job well, let us have borehole that runs almost 24 hours. So that's the only way that these things could be helped.
Okay, please, before we round up, tell us about the art or the signs of fire.
That's very critical. I would like to use some terms. There's what we call pyrolysis in fire service. It's a chemical change.
Okay.
It's a chemical decomposition of solid material. Now, if there's fire outbreak in a certain environment, the first thing that happens is that there will be a decay. That's a sign of fire.
Okay.
Meaning that fire outbreak doesn't leave equipment and individual the way it makes. So that's a science. It changes everything. It disorganizes everything. So now, what must we do in order to help make the signs of fire to work for us? Is for us to be safety conscious. That's the only way. So that, because if you're not safety conscious, the signs of fire could be against you. But if you're safety conscious, it will work for your own personal good.
Now tell us about the art of fire.
The art of fire is limited to fire personnel. That has a lot to do with preparedness. That has a lot to do with training and retraining. And that, to me, I just finished a course. We call it half-art course, Fire Advanced Fighting course. So to me, that's an art of fire. I'm already prepared ahead of time for whatever would come. So that's it.
Okay, sir. So before we leave, you'll ask him to give us advice on how to stay safe during this dry season, because this is the time we always have fire outbreaks.
The advice is this: do not overload your electrical sockets. Simple as that. Do not allow your children play with matchsticks. Do not lit candle and keep it on a plastic. Rather, put it either on a tile or on a base. Do not heap petrol in your houses. It's wrong. Sure. If you can, keep your gas cylinder outside your kitchen, connect it from there to your whatever you use, okay? And there are many things like these gas vendors also that is almost everywhere in town. We tell them, listen, do not site these gas stations nearby to residential areas. It's risky, and if you want to have any, make sure you have at least fire extinguisher, so that could help to make the environment safe for people to live.
Right. We're talking about the evolution of Akwa Ibom State Fire Service. Does this have anything to do with the present government?
Yeah, like I said earlier on, the fire service has become a ministry of her own in this administration. And in addition to the 21-story building is also, I mean, this government came with the mantra that people should Dakada arise. So that revolution we're talking about, the fire service, has a lot to do with this administration.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate the fact that you are with us here in the studio today. All right, friends, that's how far we can go today on the show. Please, for more updates, do not forget to log on to our website www.memoriestv.com.ng. You can also like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, YouTube/Memories TV. I remain Ofonisia Basibasi, and from me is bye-bye.